Hello again, everyone. How's it going today? Happy Wednesday. We are back for some more Lego building. We've got some more of the botanical sets to do because, it is spring. So we've got the Pretty Pink Flower Bouquet, but first we'll do the Chrysanthemum, and before that we'll do the Cherry Blossoms. So quite a few flowers to do, a very floral evening here. As I bonk the camera, looking for some place to put these things. There we go. That will do. Alright. So, technically not one of the botanical sets, but actually a creator set. But it's also a botanical set, so, We'll do the cherry blossoms. Would have been more appropriate in April, but, we were doing other things. So how's everyone doing today? Go ahead and pour that out. There's our instruction booklet. We've got bag 7. There is bag 6, 5, 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I don't think I've seen a small set that has quite so many individual bags. Bacon, cheese fries, and onion rings? Sounds good. Alright, so let's see. Tilt my screen back a little bit. It looks like it has gotten a little tilted since last time I streamed. Alright, so 1 and 2 to start with. So we'll go ahead and put these up here. Put a few dark red connector pieces. Probably because they don't make them in brown, is my guess. Now you want onion rings? See, isn't it mean when someone comes in, talks about food, and then you want some and you don't have it? Clearly, they should provide that food to everyone. Alright. Might have to stop somewhere on your way home from work. Well, only if you bring some for everyone. You shall share gives onion rings? I see no onion rings. There's no onion rings. I am always hungry, so, always hungry. Alright, so we got a pair of dark gray friction half pins. No, don't go trying to escape on me. Okay, we've got brown bars with clips. Seacoles got them between you and sending them to me? I think you're just trying to blame seagulls. Are we just doing the one? Yes, we are just doing the one. Alright. Now, 2 more. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'd absolutely download food if it worked. It's like like a replicator, Hey, they also behave that way around not food. Stupid seagulls. See, you just know that I have a nemesis in seagulls. That's why you mention it. You're trying to shift blame from yourself. It's terrible. These are very knobby branches. Okay. Actually, we do not put one of these on top. You're totally innocent of said thing of not sending food? Totally innocent. Sure. I don't know, Bauman. I'm not sure I believe you. Not sure that I believe you. Alright, we get that connector piece on there. Get that on the bottom. And we get another connector piece on here. And then we get this one on top. I saw no seagulls, so I'm very, very suspicious, sir. Very, very suspicious. Howdy, Vigastry, how's it going? Clip those on. Okay, we get 2 of these with a 2L bar with stop. You can get pics of seagulls if you want. Howdy, Minor Trader, how's it going? Alright, so. And we do want these dark red angle connectors with studs on the top and bottom. So I went to the store on Monday and I got some dry roasted peanuts because I'm like, you know what, I like peanuts. Maybe I'll try snacking on these instead of like crackers, get more, you know, protein and stuff like that in my diet. And then I realized, oh, that's right. It's the honey and the salt that I like out of peanuts. Yeah. After this, all we'll do is LP of the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that one. It's hard to find macro-balanced snacks. Yeah. It's like all the good stuff is bad stuff. It's so unfair. I mean, the peanuts are okay. I might try, like, getting containers of honey-roasted salted peanuts and mixing them so that I'm getting a mix of the two. See how that works out. Try the 2E character generation method where you roll dice for points and assign those points to stats. Maxed con have durable characters, but no one has charisma. Yeah, I don't like character points. Like where you're not. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the character points concept as a different thing. I meant the stat points of roll for points and then distribute. It feels too gamey. Like, I like the idea of rolling randomly for stats because it feels more, you know, natural. Some people have, you know, more more varied kind of personality quirks and physical attributes and stuff. Can definitely lead to min-maxing. Yeah, that's why I also didn't like the sub-abilities in skills and powers, because it's like, if you've got a warrior, you always take the side of strength that gives you more attack and damage bonuses, and you reduce your carrying capacity. If you're some other class and you don't get an attack or damage bonus, then you take more carrying capacity. And it's like, that's super min-maxy. Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe is a video game for the CDI. CDI. And there goes my video card driver. Hold on. Wow, it is being very slow to come back. Yep, alright. Yeah, looks like it's back now. I do need to refresh the tip jar. Should fill back up. There we go. I'm worried that Twitch acted up. Yeah, no, it's my video card driver. I hate how random it is, because I could have rebooted right before my the stream and it would still happen and stuff. It's really annoying. Everything seems to have come back up okay. Is everything looking good on Twitch's end right now? You can see now why new hardware is my big goal. Yeah, it's a little bit of a regular thing. Looks good to you? All right. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that it does come back. It's just like there's an interruption and quality loss and stuff like that. Howdy, Sealand. How's it going? Certain things are... I mean, you know, if I'm doing a Let's Play, a regular Let's Play, I will just, like, cancel the video and restart it. So it's not that... Like, it's just annoying when that happens while recording. But I can't do that with streaming, so... Just something I gotta deal with until I can get some new hardware. And, like, the bits goal is just, like, a random thing. I'm not gonna, like, wait until that happens. I've got some other sources too, so I will, like, I've gotten some external donations and things like that, so. So I need a new GPU, but I can't upgrade to Windows 11 because of my CPU, so I need a new CPU, and I might as well get a new motherboard. And that may, you know, both of those may require new power supplies. And I might as well get a new hard drive, main hard drive. So it's like, you know, one of those things of like, may as well just do everything. Built a new rig, but you needed to finish setting up the software. I've been sitting on it since February. Yeah, I did that with a laptop a while back. Speaking of videos, have those 2 XCOM files videos finished yet? All right, so here's the thing about those two videos. Every time they finish, they find new matches, and I have to run it again and clear those matches. So, have they finished? Yeah, they keep finishing and finding more stuff. Well, the thing about, like, I would stay with Windows 10, but I know that, like, I mean, I upgraded to Windows 10 because games were starting to complain about being on Windows 7. And I'm sure that games will start complaining about Windows 10. Plus, it's at end of life, so it's not going to get updates. You know. So it's you know, one of those things of, like, you kind of have to. Howdy, Kinshir. Those videos are going to end up muted for 90% of the time. So, but they're not muting. It's removing the music, so it should keep my voice. But yeah, it is going to be pretty significant. I don't know why those two it keeps finding matches, but all the others seem to have been good at what they found earlier. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a really bizarre thing. I mean, I haven't been tracking what they're finding, so I don't know if they're, like, failing to mute things, but it is different matches each time. Because sometimes it's one segment, other times it's a full 4. I had one that was 5 segments. And I was like, when that happened, I was like, oh no. Is this gonna not work? No, it did. So yeah, it's like, when will that finish up? I don't know. It'll be done when it's done. But I am like they take a good 2 days to process each one. So like every day I'm checking on them to see if they've finished processing. And once they do, then I set it to process again. I have no idea how they're going to come out when they're done. They could sound utterly awful, but not much I can do about that. Alright, so we have spare parts, a dark gray friction half pin, brown 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, brown 2L bar with stop, and a dark red angle bar with stud connector. Yeah, this is YouTube processing. I mean, I suppose I could go in and try running my own kind of thing on it. I think there's some AI tools for that might be out there. I might be able to, like, sign up for a month or something like that and re-upload them. But I feel kind of committed at this point. It's like, this will not beat me. No, I mean, I like... The thing is, I'm guessing that when they got stuck and they were processing forever, it was a thing where, like, because I opened a ticket with YouTube support, and I'm guessing that they did something to make it so that it doesn't cause a problem, because with as many as it's been finding. I would think that it would be finding more matches each time. So it's bizarre. Almost wondering if it would be faster and easier to mute. I mean, Lord knows what I would like that I'd be able to. No, I think I did look to see if I could replace the audio with, like, an MP3 of my own. And I don't think I could. I don't think I can. Because, like, I could extract the I could try, like, extracting the audio from the original file. I still have that. Run a process on just the audio, and then replace it, but I'm not sure if I can do that. Might have pressed a turbo button on the 486 that was processing the video. Alright, these are going down here. Okay, and then 6 of these. So I think it's working, and it's not muting. Well, it shouldn't be muting the entire audio. I suppose I should keep track of some of them and do it, because I'm not muting the full audio. I'm doing the erase song option, which is supposed to remove the song but keep my voice. And it certainly works better now than it used to when I first uploaded those. So the audio should not be fully muted. Shouldn't be. Emphasis on shouldn't. Alright, there's one there. There's one there. And 2 on each side here. Yeah, I had a 386 with a turbo button, and yeah, I think that's what it did. It actually slowed it down rather than sped it up. And you know, it was still too fast for Ultima 2. Okay, let's see, we got 4 more of these. I mean, I wasn't paying enough attention when I had so many more files to process on whether it was actually taking 2 days to process the videos. I don't think it was, but like 2 days to process isn't that bad. The real issue is just that it keeps finding more matches. And none of the matches are very long. Like, it's finding matches that are, let's see. Yeah, it's all of these. It's finding matches that are generally, like, 10 seconds, although sometimes they're up to a minute. And the problem is that both of those probably had, like, it's the Geoscape music, so I think it's basically stuff that, you know, anytime that I was reading from the UFOpedia, doing base management, that kind of thing, it's pulling that audio. Need to figure out a way to transfer files in PCM. DOSBox is easier to work with, but Castle of the Winds is crashing Windows 3.1 for some reason. Is there a way you can emulate a floppy drive or a hard drive by pointing to a folder? Because that's how DOSBox does it. So we want 10 of these. That's 4, 5. Not that you're aware of. That is weird. How do you, like, I can't fathom a DOS emulator that doesn't emulate a hard drive. You can create a disk image, then insert that disk image. Is that only for, like, CDs? Like, I don't know that emulator. It's not creating formatted disk images you can actually manipulate files into. That's weird. Alright, get that there. There. Okay, and then on these two. This, oop. That one, and that one. There we go. Alright, 14 of these. Don't all versions have a thing for floppy drives still, even though they don't have the actual drive? Yeah, they still reserve A and B. I believe if you get like a USB floppy, floppy drive, you can still hook them up. I have a USB floppy drive around here somewhere. I haven't used it probably since Windows XP. Yeah, but what if you want to play a game that installs on a hard drive? It has to create a hard drive for that. Remember the good old days when 1.44 megabytes was more than enough for a game and all the supporting files? I don't know, they pretty quickly got beyond that. But yeah, there were a lot of games that worked with that. That is for sure. Okay, we are putting these on all of these. $650K, 640K memory should be enough for anyone, yeah. Right, Bill Gates? Oops. This came off of here. Okay. That there. That one there. That one there, and that one there. Alright. Hey, I once had to install, I think it was Windows 95 off of floppies onto a computer. It was like 50 disks. 40 some or something like that. Remember the brief period of zip disks? Alright, so we're making 2 of these. Yeah, I never had a Jazz Drive personally, but I did work at a place that used them on a couple machines. There was even one that had an internal Jazz Drive, and there were definitely computers that had internal zip drives. Yeah, they didn't last very long. Like they didn't once you got like rewritable CDs and stuff like that, then there was no real reason for them to exist. In there and in there. There we go. Alright. Spare parts. We have a brown 3-stem plant, a brown small 3-stem plant, 1x1 plate flowers in dark red and pink, and a 1x1 spiral ice cream piece in white. Yeah, I mean, I never had a Laserdisc myself. I knew some people who did, not close by, though. So I never really got to experience the joys of Laserdisc. Oh, wait, no. We had some at school. I remember watching some educational, science-y Laserdiscs at school. That's where the video playback for Dragon's Lair was? Yes, that was on Laserdisc. At least to start. I think they may have moved to CDs later. With, like, later iterations of the arcade game. I never had a super close arcade, and the thought of paying quarters to play a game bugged me, so I was never much of an arcade person. Plus, I was never good at arcade games, so, you know. Let's see, we are doing 2 of these. I would have needed to take a bus for, you know, a few miles to get to my nearest arcade. And even then, that was like the 90s. By the time I was regularly going to that mall, I was mostly going for the movie theater. The mall had a derisive name of the of its actual name locally, because it really didn't have that many interesting options. Let's get these clipped in there. Meanwhile, you're working through the absolute worst grind Factorio has to offer, trying to get legendary quality modules. Oops. Let's actually put this in here first. That will go through too far. There we go. There's a very specific order to do these in. What am I getting a text message about it this time? Right. Just my health insurance saying that they're charging me. Okay, get these on here. Like, arcades now all seem to be, like, rhythm machines, which is, even less up my alley than, old classic, like, beat-em-ups or, side-scroller shooters or something like that. Like, a friend of mine had just like a, let's get together for my birthday at a local arcade and have fun. And I was just there for the people. I had zero interest in any of the arcade machines. If you had money to waste, you'd make a retro arcade place and a snack place. This music reminds you of the other day you planted trees on the worlds of this one molluscoid race that kept making claims on every single system you had. And howdy, Lord Canis, how's it going? Yeah, see, that kind of thing is one of the reasons why I have not been interested in getting into Factorio, Sealan. Alright, 2 more of these. You have to use your hands, it's a baby's toy. Oh, sure. No, I get that. I get that. And, like, you know, different strokes for different folks kind of thing. I just don't think that I would enjoy it, which is just why I don't play. Not to say that it's bad or anything like that. These are going on the bottom ones. There we go. Found one and it works. Windows now sees a CD-ROM drive. I want to see if you can make a disk image it'll read. That's weird. Like, it baffles my mind that a DOS emulator would not have access to, like, set up a disk drive for something. Like, access your local drives. I can understand not wanting, like, it would be bad to set it up so that it accesses your System32 directory, for example. And there are definitely issues of, like, giving it full access to your C drive, but it's more a hardware emulator than a software one, right? But, like, not being able to tell it, here, use this folder as the C drive of the computer that you're setting up is honkin' bizarre to me. I mean, I guess it needs to format something, but like, modern Windows can, like, you should be able to set up like, you can set up folders as drives, and it should be able to mount one of those drives, kind of thing. You can use an ISO, or you can use your physical optical drive. No folder mount. Well, if you can create an empty ISO that it can access as a C drive, then that works. It's still bizarre to me. Like, being able to access the drives, the contents of the drives and everything like that outside of the emulator, to me feels like a pretty critical basic element of it. I don't know. All right, spare parts. We've got a dark gray friction half pin, a brown 2L bar with stop, and a dark red angle bar with connector. Alright, finally, bags 7 and 8. No, they won't, not a rogue AI, because there's nothing factual to them. I saw an interesting thread about someone arguing with a bunch of people on Reddit, because they were trying to read a kind of like a high-level physics book. And apparently they, like, forgot how exponents work. So they asked an AI how exponents work, specifically negative exponents, or no, fractional exponents. And the AI confidently gave them the wrong answer. So they basically started, like, reading the book through ChatGPT. First mistake, arguing on Reddit. No. First mistake was using ChatGPT. And so, like, they went on Reddit to ask people questions about this, like, well-known physics book. And they're insisting on the book being something that it's not, because ChatGPT is telling them it is. And they're claiming that they have read the book, that they're reading the book now. Yeah, so, like, here's something that I saw a good way of describing it. ChatGPT will never tell you I don't know, basically. Like, these AI chat things will never tell you I don't know. And that's kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem. I wouldn't even use it, like, yeah, use it with verification, but I wouldn't even use it for that. Like, that's already, like, to me, you've already made the first wrong step. Alright, so now 4 of these. Yeah, I mean, I'd need a refresher on fractional exponents, but it's been a while. Howdy, little bunny, how's it going? But just the big thing is like they're just relying on a lying machine, and that's the first mistake. No, everyone should be sour on AI as far as I'm concerned. It's not good. It is not... And specifically, I'm talking about generative AI. There are valid uses for analytical AI, which has been around even longer. Generative AI is a problem. I'm gonna make 10 of these. Analytical AI also, like, it works differently. Yes, that is a good descriptor of it. And then, of course, they're like, hey, if we have to pay people to use their stuff for generative AI, then it'll die. And like, the response is good. Alright, let's see. So, these go on here. There, and right there. There, and there. I'll be honest, this is taking a little bit longer than I expected to, which is kind of dumb on my part, honestly. I should have realized. With all the little fiddly bits. But we haven't had a stream in a while, so we may just have a go late. I don't know. We'll see. The others may go quick. I mean, if people are using it for their own personal use, like, you know, if I were to use it for tokens for my Spelljammer game, I don't because I can't get it to produce what I want it to produce, but if I could, that's fine. I mean, like, it's not great, but I'm really not making that much money on those streams at all, and it's not like I'm then selling the art packs. I'm not claiming, you know, and that's the other thing is, like, I'm not claiming that I drew this kind of thing. Like, I didn't make these Lego pieces, you know? I'm assembling this. You're not even assembling something with AI. Well, now that you've said it, we will see that, Lel Bunny. Don't worry. You've missed a step with the scrambled eggs, Vicistry. Have I ever run an actual D&D module? I've run Dungeon Adventures. I have run portions of Skull and Crossbows, a Spelljammer module adventure. There aren't that many Spelljammer adventures. Oh, if you mean like back in the day when I had other groups, then yes. I mean, I've got a couple Dungeon Adventure modules in the pipeline for the Spelljammer campaign. Adapted for Spelljammer, of course. I'm just saying. It's not a criticism. It's more of a joke. It's fine. All right, Sealand, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. You're almost done with our cherry blossoms. There we go. Get these on the stems. Oh, and for those who didn't see, the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remakes got a release date, October 30th, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that. Yep, non-frog cherry blossoms, I know. Shocking. So hopefully I won't be in the middle of streaming something at that point. We can dive into that pretty quick. Alright. So we've got our two cherry blossoms, one that's pinker and one that's whiter. And our spare parts. 1x1 plate flowers in dark red and dark pink. A pink spiral ice cream piece. And large and small 3-stem plants in brown. I'm not sure how much cherry blossoms taste like cherries themselves. Are there any LEGO sets I am particularly excited for this year? Yeah, so there is a new 3-in-1 castle and a 3-in-1 haunted house coming out in August. I'm looking forward to those. The minifig capsule machine, which is an idea set, I'm really looking forward to. And the Star Trek Enterprise D that we have not seen any pictures of yet, coming out later this year in I think, November. I'm really looking forward to. Those are really pretty. I like those. They're a pain in the butt to make, but they're really pretty. Okay. Next up, we have the Chrysanthemum. Also, the Space Shuttle and Boeing 747 piggyback carrier set I'm looking forward to. There's probably other sets as well that I just can't think of offhand. So 3, 1, and 2. All right. Let's zip down here. There we go. All right. Over to the Chrysanthemum. Cleaning up all those petals once they fall must be a nasty chore too. You mostly don't. I mean, unless you got it like inside. Oh yeah, the Book Nooks. The Lord of the Rings one is kind of meh to me. It looks kind of boring. But the Sherlock Holmes one, that is amazing and lovely, and I want that one. So yeah, like I was saying, like. It can be hard to actually remember all of the things. Have I built the globe? I haven't gotten that, and I haven't really been interested in it. It's interesting, but... These nice big dome elements. Ads right as I said something about the Book Nooks. All right, I'll repeat that when the ads are done. There we go. All right, let's see. Oop. The Four Gentlemen. That's really pretty. Really pretty artwork. Chrysanthemum. The delicate yet vibrant chrysanthemum is often seen as a popular motif in traditional art. In a tradition that spans more than 1,000 years, it is often portrayed in ink and wash paintings as part of a classic quartet of beautiful plants known as the Four Gentlemen, or the Four Noble Ones. Together, they represent the virtues and continuous circle of the seasons: chrysanthemum, autumn; the plum, winter; the orchid, spring; and the bamboo, summer. Just as a chrysanthemum thrives in the face of winter, it gently inspires us to share joy and withstand adversity. Art imitates nature. Creating decor that draws inspiration from nature is a relaxing and rewarding way to set our imagination free. Plants are particularly interesting to study and replicate. You can find symmetry and seemingly random variants and organic shapes developing in perfect balance. It's no wonder artists in every culture are drawn to these motifs. This chrysanthemum bouquet in its vase shows the different stages of the flower, from buds to full bloom. It brings a refreshing pop of color to your favorite space, and with posable leaves and petals, you can rearrange your bouquet to change the expression of your display. Theo Bonner, Lego Model Designer. Okay, the ads should be done. So the Book Nooks, in terms of the Book Nooks, I'm not that interested in the Lord of the Rings one. It's okay. It's not bad by any means. It's just not one of my, like... it's not really one of the sequences of the books that is a favorite of mine. Like, it's just, it's whatever. But the The Sherlock Holmes one, that one I really do want. That is fantastic and lovely. And yeah, the ads are to prevent pre-rolls from showing. Pre-rolls cause a lot of people to just bounce right away from a stream, so no pre-rolls means more people are likely to hang around. But the downside is that I gotta have periodic ads playing. In terms of the globe, it's just, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not something that grabs me. So I haven't really been interested in that one either. The Harry Potter book nook. I apparently have not noticed that one. So I'm not familiar with that one offhand. I don't know what that one looks like. Oh, is that the train? Ads only showed one thing you were maybe interested in, but yeah, I mean, the big thing about ads is it's a good time to like run and get something to from the kitchen or take a bio break or something. Unfortunately, with my setup for these streams, I have to turn this way to see when the ads are playing, so I can't do that and build at the same time. So I tend to miss that they are happening. Same thing with the Spelljammer game. I can't really keep on top of that and stuff like that, so. I mean, I really do wish that I could control what ads played. And be like, I want these to play. I don't want these other ones to play. You know, so I could specifically say, Honey Baked Ham, play ads here. I mean, I try to make a point of not paying attention to ads myself. I do not like advertising in general. Like, unobtrusive advertising is not a, you know, not a bad thing, but obtrusive advertising is, to me. Hacks Ald's ads to play pickle ads. So again, you know, if Vlasic wants to sponsor me and have ads playing, I'm fine with that. Or Clausen, or whoever else does pickles, you know. I mean, I don't personally like pickles, but if they want to sponsor me, I am perfectly happy to be a corporate whore. And how? That's a big sand green dome there. Get that right in there. Pickles all hates you, but pay him anyway. Oh yeah, sure. How about Raid Shadow Legends? I was highly amused. I was watching a non-gaming podcast with people who were not gamers, who were joking about Shadow Raid Legends, and they're all like, do any of us actually know what that is? No. It's like, really goes to show how, like, ubiquitous the ads are without actually telling you much about it. You do pay attention to some advertising courtesy of all the cheesy ads that ran on Brazilian TV back in the day. Oh, when I was a kid, I really did pay attention to ads. To the point of, like, really remembering many of them, but, I was a kid. I'm kind of sad that, once Jim Henson got, like, the Muppets actually going, he wasn't making ads, local ads anymore. I wish I'd seen some of those ads, like in real time when they were live, fresh. Because Jim Henson was a local. The Muppets got started in the D.C. area, graduated from the University of Maryland, and Kermit was the commencement speaker for them. Wilkins Coffee, yep. And the C&P telephone. Like to watch 80s ads for nostalgia's sake. Best when not interrupted by stupid today's ads. Yeah. I mean, for one thing, there weren't any ads for medicine back then, and there are now, and that's a bad thing. I hate medicine ads. Pharmaceutical ads. I remember, like, when they first started advertising pharmaceuticals, I literally had no idea. Like, there were ads for Rogaine with minoxidil all the time. It wasn't until I was an adult that I ever found out what the heck that was for. Yeah, pharmaceutical ads should be banned again. They absolutely should. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I know now, but what's it say about the advertisements when it's not clear to the average viewer, even someone who kind of pays a little bit more attention like I do, when you're seeing all these ads and you have no idea what they're for? Like, you know the product, you know it's Rogaine, you know it has minoxidil, but you have no idea what it's for. Obviously, it says, ask your doctor if it's right for you, and I never did, so, you know, there's that. This is my fault. Head-on, apply directly to the forehead. Oh, God. No. Well, I was not expecting that to happen. There we go. And that goes right in there. That is really, really nice how this this vase comes together. I really like that. Alright, spare parts. We've got a brown 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud and a tan 1x1 cylinder tile with top peg. Some ads for you are the video game stuff like Mario Kart World, Switch 2 stuff, and more recently Doom the Dark Ages. But yeah, I mean, like, the fact that I cannot, at least, like, after the fact, see what ads played and be like, do not play this one again. Like, I want that control. And the fact that I don't, like, I have no ability to say, I do not, like, you know, I do not support this company kind of thing. And I don't like that. That's not great. mean, obviously I know why they do that, but... I may want to boycott some of them. Should have once requested a Doom or an R-Type for all to retro. Yeah. Missed opportunities. Sort of expecting a Muton to pop out of that thing with heavy plasma now. Like, the platform should facilitate the streamer and give us an opportunity to decide who is advertising for us. Same thing on YouTube. I want to know who's playing on my videos, and I want to be able to say no. Does Twitch ever play political ads? I think so. And that is one reason why I want to be able to say no. I think they may only do it during election season, though. I know YouTube does. Or can. Now, I mean, they may reserve it for political videos. So it could be that. Like, I don't know. Alright, dark green leaf. Dark green 1x1 cylinder plate with bar. Another dark green leaf on top. And a dark green 1x2 tile with round ends. We're making 2 of these. Still seeing a bunch of political ads on YouTube, even out of season. On my videos or on political videos? I mean, I would still expect political ads on political videos out of season. Let's see, we're making 2 of these. It is possible that with the recent lawsuit about or the court decision finding that Google is monopolistic with its advertising stuff, that may open up some new opportunities for us to control what plays on our videos. I don't know. Like, we're going to have to see how that shakes out. There we go. We got some smaller chrysanthemum flowers there. Howdy up, Cody. How's it going? So this is the new reddish orange. Bright green, 1x1 with 5 studs. Incidentally, these pieces on the chrysanthemums, they're cupcakes. And this piece, which is used as a barnacle, and that's kind of where I first saw it, is actually listed as a hair piece. So I think it might be, like, it might have originally been created as, like, not a mohawk. I don't know what that kind of hairstyle would be, but where you just, like, have a tuft of hair on top of the head and shaved all around. The Forbidden Cupcakes. Okay, and we get a 3L axle through there. Alright, and then we have these orange fin pieces, blade pieces. Go. Then we get more down here. I don't think I've ever seen an actual chrysanthemum. So this set is both a botanicals and kind of like Chinese traditional, which is interesting. So there we go, and that goes on right there. All right, spare parts: dark green 1x1 cylinder plate with bar, dark gray friction half pin, and a bright yellow, bright orange barnacle piece. All right, bag number 3. That flower looks more like a mobile armor. Well, you know, maybe there will be a chrysanthemum mobile armor at some point. We do have a Rafflesia. Sorry, proper name, Rafflesia. Oh god, that still cracks me up. It's too good. Too good. Rafflesia. It's one of those that like, I think it would be so easy to not realize. Like, if you don't know the plant Rafflesia, you're just gonna think that it's some weird plant, Rafflesia, in the game. Real aggravation is after you sat through a pre-roll ads, there is another ad break a few minutes later. Well, there shouldn't be any pre-rolls on my channel. There can be if I pause the video, like the ads, like you have to run ads every 30 minutes, every 60 minutes. So if, like, I pause the ads, then there is a brief period of time where there can be pre-rolls. Other creators have both. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So, like, that's the thing. Anyone who has both pre-rolls and mid-rolls is shooting themselves in the foot because they're getting a higher bounce rate. And the whole point of the ad breaks, I mean, I guess if they just want more money, I guess it could just be greedy. Parts I have scattered look like tasty runts. Man, I haven't had runts candy in forever. Do they still make that? It's one of my favorites. I should get some. It's terrible for me, but I should. I mean, we do have bananas. Bring Stabity. They do still make them. Oh, cool. No, so runts are fruit-shaped. They have a thick candy coating with basically like a solidified powdered sugar internal. We got 3 different types of bananas here. Alright, we want the brightest ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They've changed flavor over the years. Well, if the bananas have changed flavor, that's probably a good thing. I hated the banana ones. Only place you can reliably get them is Amazon. Well, I will check next time I go to the store. If they don't, they don't, and that actually will save me from having candy. See, I have terrible self-control if I have the food in my house. I do have pretty good self-control about buying candy. Bananas taste like pure sugar now. Yes. Good. Good. All goes to get it, runs, comes home with ham. Well, the place that I would be buying them does not have any ham, so... Could wait until I go to the grocery store in 2 weeks. But I'd be surprised if they had it. Oop, that's not the right piece. Alright, these are the top ones, so... There we go. Yeah, I loved all the flavors of runts except for the banana ones, so... It's always a weird thing. I'd eat up all the banana ones first. Or give them to my mother. My mother would eat them. Alright, there we go. Definitely kind of reminds me of a weird Zoc or Hygog or Gog or At-Guy claw there. Yeah, Google sucks these days. Alright, now we want the... regular orange ones. Okay, and these should be right here. There we go. There are only two, like two amphibious suits you like, stupid Zoc. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't like Act Guy? You don't like Act Guy, not a rogue AI? I cannot accept this. I cannot accept this. Everyone loves Act Guy. Or, I should say, everyone should love Act Guy. It's so adorable. Bear Guy's man. What's cuter is the actual like plush teddy bear style Act Guy. I'm gonna have to find some Act Guy pictures for you. All right, so we got 18 of these. Let's see, so get this one here. Oh, you know what? I bet this was, yeah, they were supposed to go there. Oh, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Bit surprised something hasn't risen to supplant Google. Well, but that's the thing, Lel Bunny. Google has a monopoly. It's hard to rise to supplant something that has a monopoly. That's why companies want monopolies. Netscape didn't make money, though. And like, Google doesn't have a monopoly on browsers. Google has a monopoly on search and advertising. There are other markets that Google is in that they do not have monopolies, like OS devices, operating systems for phones and stuff. Like, there's enough, Safari itself is on, like, all Apple devices, so that's enough to not have, to give them not a monopoly on browsers. But they do have a monopoly on search, which is why search is so crappy now. Their searches are so crappy now. Okay, I may have spaced these out a little bit too much. I'm going to have to come in and space these out a little bit more. Or get these a little bit closer together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, 20 of them. You disagree with Teddy Roosevelt? No monopoly is in the public interest. There are... So, There are certain things that a monopoly, when highly regulated, can be good. Like local power generation and stuff like that. Garbage pickup. Services. Oops. Let's get that one in there so that I don't do that. Alright. Get that down there. Alright. Get you in here. And this one here. Certain types of services, I should say. Yeah, I've started trying to use DuckDuckGo. See how that works. Like, just going to Google, though, is so second nature. I think if Google is like forced to give up their advertising, then they might, like the search might improve because of that. Because so much of it is driven by the advertising. Yeah, post office. Daily mail delivery to every single person, that is appropriately a monopoly. Package delivery, that does not need to be a monopoly, and they don't have a monopoly on that, and they're not trying to. But daily delivery of mail to every address, no company's ever going to do that. No private company, I should say. Alright, get that in there. Wait a second. This should go further in. There we go. Get those out a little bit more. Alright, then finally we have the, so this is bright orange, regular orange, and now reddish orange. I mean, there's a lot of places in the U.S., well, maybe not a lot of places, but there are a few places in the U.S. that are so rural that, like, FedEx and UPS, they don't even deliver packages to them. They just, like, pay the postage, hand it over to the Postal Service, and the Postal Service delivers it, so... Alright, there we go. We got these, and these will go down here. Like, there's a lot of other services that the post office should also be involved in, I think. Looks like shrimp cocktail. go. Last two. Oop. And boom. There we go. Alright. That is really nice. I especially like the vase for it. And spare parts, 1x1 cylinder plates in red and yellow. Yeah, they may not get direct mail either. It depends a lot on places, but they will still have a guaranteed post office box. And I mean, there's a town here in Maryland that does not have door-to-door delivery. Everyone has a post office box, and they go to the post office, and that's just the way that they wanted it done. All right, so that is the Chrysanthemum. I really love the colors on this. It's very, very nice. And I really like this art piece at the beginning of the instruction booklet, too. It's just gorgeous. So, definitely a very nice flower set. And a lot less finicky than this one here. Okay. Now, we will go ahead and do our Pretty Pink Bouquet. Oh, hold on a second. There is a, some little sticker on the inside of the box. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen a label like this on the inside of the box, just kind of like indicating what set it's for. Interesting. I wonder if that's something new that they're doing. Alright, there's bag number 3, 4. Lots of axles. There's 6, there's 5, 2, and 1. And there's our instruction booklet. There we go. Okay. No, those previous ones weren't part of the bouquet. This set isn't particularly large. It's only like 600 pieces, so I want to do some smaller ones. This is a new angled bar element. They produced a lot of these in clear for like action poses in the superhero sets and stuff. You know what? Let's actually do that there. Do that there. There we go. I may move them as we finish some of these flowers up, depending on how they fit on screen. All right. Elegant by nature. When we design a Lego floral arrangement, nature offers us a cornucopia of colors, plant species, and scents for inspiration. Styling pastel and vibrantly colored blossoms with elegant evergreens, we experimented with new techniques and creative uses of Lego elements to bring this lavish bouquet to life. Every detail is meticulously recreated as an authentic and artistic tribute to nature's own diverse treasures. The Lego Botanicals design team. Cornflower. Oh goody, more cornflowers. From rebellious weeds to beloved bouquet flowers, this beauty thrives in Europe and North America and is wildly popular among bees and butterflies. Eucalyptus Baby Blue. Also known as an Australian silver-leafed mountain gum, this member of the eucalyptus species often complements flowers in bouquets around the world. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing first. Cornflower. So we got a dark green crown eggshell element. Too bad there's no snapdragons. Give it time. Give it time. There might be. Dark pink. We're just doing one of these. Yeah, alright. I mean, there's, like, this set does have some flowers that they've done before. I saw a rose. This is cornflower, which we had last... I was about to say last week, but it has been a few weeks, hasn't it? But yeah, last time we had some cornflower. We're getting some more, but those were blue, and this is white. I really do like seeing what they come up with, though. These little Lego bricks used for the cornflower petals are actually minifigure crowns. I guess, like, this does not look like a crown to me,